Good day, everyone. I am Kelder Rivera and my partner Erica Jane Valdez, and we will discuss about enhance the teacher education curriculum. So here's the list of content in our report. First, competencies of quality teacher as mandated by the teacher education program outcomes. Second, competencies of quality teacher as mandated by the DepEd Order Number 42 as 2017 PPST for teachers. Third, course contents to achieve the outcomes. Fourth, pedagogical approaches to deliver the content and achieve the outcomes. And last, assessment and learning to provide evidence for the achieved learning outcomes. Competencies of quality teacher as mandated by the teacher education program outcomes. So, all teacher education degree programs as mandated by the CHED will produce teachers who show evidence of the following achieved outcomes after 4 years of schooling and earn a degree. So first outcome demonstrated basic and higher level of literacy for teacher on learning. Second outcome demonstrated deep and principled understanding of the teaching and learning process. Third outcome mastered and applied the subject matter, content, and pedagogical principles appropriate for teaching and learning. Fourth outcome applied a wide range of teaching related skills in curriculum development, instructional material production, learning, assessment, and teaching delivery. Fifth outcome articulated and applied clear understanding of how educational processes relate to political, historical, social, and cultural contexts. Sixth outcome facilitated learning in various classroom settings, diverse learners coming from different cultural backgrounds. Seventh outcome experienced direct field and clinical activities in the teaching milieu as an observer, teaching assistant, or practice teacher. Eighth outcome created and innovated alternative teaching approaches to improve student learning. 9. Outcome practice professional and ethical standard for teacher anchored for both local and global perspective. And the last outcome pursued continuously lifelong learning for personal and professional growth as teacher. Competencies of quality teacher as mandated by the DepEd Order Number 42 S 2017 PBST for teacher. So aside from the quality teacher outcome of CHED, the DepEd released a set of teacher competencies that are necessary for teacher who will be teaching in basic education. So we shall focus first on the beginning teacher competencies for career stage level 1. Beginning teacher are newly employed teacher who are most freshly graduate from college. As a beginning teacher, you must possess competencies that will enable you to be ready to be employed. These competencies will strengthen those that you has mastered already in your degree course. PPST domain with cluster of competencies are Domain 1, competencies on content knowledge and pedagogy. So this domain recognize the importance of teacher mastery and content knowledge and its interconnectedness within and across curriculum areas, coupled with a sound and critical understanding of the application of theories and principles of teaching and learning. Pedagogical content knowledge play as important role in the teaching and learning process because it involves teacher competencies in delivering the conceptual approach, rational understanding, and adaptive reasoning of the subject matter. Domain 2, competencies on the learning environment. So this domain focuses on importance of providing a social, psychological, and physical environment within which all students, regardless of their individual differences in learning, can engage in the different learning activities and work towards attaining high standard of learning. Next, domain 3, competencies on diversity of learners. So this domain underscores the importance of teacher knowledge and understanding of as well as respectful learners' diverse characteristics and experience as inputs to the planning and design of learning opportunities. So students who learn about different cultures during their education feel more comfortable and safe with this difference later in life. Next, domain 4, competencies on curriculum and planning. So this addresses teacher knowledge of and interaction with the national and local curriculum requirements. This domain encompasses their ability to translate curriculum content into learning activities that are relevant to learners and based on the principle of effective teaching and learning. And next is the domain 5, competencies on assessment and reporting. This relates to process associated with a variety of assessment tool and strategy used by teacher in monitoring, evaluating, documenting, and reporting learners' needs, progress, and achievement. And next is the domain 6, competencies of community linkages and professional engagement. So it concerns the importance of teacher understanding and fulfilling their obligation in upholding professional ethics, accountability, and transparency to promote professional and harmonious relationship with learners, parents, school, and wider community. And the last domain, competencies on personal growth and professional. So this focuses on teacher, professional growth, and professional development. It accentuates teacher proper and high personal regard for the profession by maintaining quality that uphold the dignity of teaching, such as caring, attitude, respect, and dignity. Next, the new teacher education curricula. The new feature of teacher education curricula. So after considering local and global conditions, the Commission on Higher Education approved through a Commission Memorandum Order program standard and guidelines. The offering of the new teacher education degrees to prepare teacher in basic education. The degree programs are anchored on the principle of OBE, the PQF framework, the K-12 curricula for basic education, and the general education courses for college degree. To address the needed teacher quality for the 21st, the different degree program will produce future-ready teacher in basic education. New and enhanced courses are included in the curriculum.
For the continuation, course contents to achieve the outcomes. What content should be taught to prepare prospective teachers in their future jobs? So course contents are means to an end of achieving the outcomes, and these are the theories, principles, generalizations, concepts, and ideas. And there are three major clusters of subject or courses which will provide the contents of the degree programs. And for the cluster 1, the professional education courses, these are the courses that are common to all degrees which will provide a rock or a foundation of becoming a teacher. For the cluster 2, the major courses, major subjects are listed for every degree program as an attached in the CMO or the CHED Memorandum Order. And for the cluster 3, electives. Any additional subjects and other degree programs for teacher education can be offered as electives or the corresponding courses. Next is the pedagogical approaches to deliver the content and achieve the outcomes. The uniqueness of teaching future teachers is that the delivery of strategy and methods come in two layers. The first layer will enable the learner who are college students to decide learning outcome of the lesson. And the second layer is to find a strategy that will teach the content in the future workplace, which is the basic education. In other words, the pedagogy utilized should be teaching how to teach. And the delivery modes may vary from 3 modes or the combination of the 3. The first one is four. The first one is the face-to-face, or this is the traditional delivery mode where the teacher and the students are physically present to hold classes in a designated place. And next one is the distance learning or remote learning, online or printed module. Distance learning is a delivery mode where the students and teachers are not physically present in one designated place or classroom. Next is the blended learning or the flexible learning. This is the combination of the face-to-face and the distance learning. The whole course will be using the 2 delivery modes and should be reflective in the curriculum. And for the last one is the experiential learning or the lifelong learning. Experiential learning approach allows the learners to experience learning firsthand. Sometimes it is also called the immersion, apprentice, or the practicum. And next is the assessment and learning to provide evidences for the achieved learning outcomes. The new teacher education curricula utilize multiple assessment methods in and of learning. Since assessment is used to determine the progress of learning, the formative, and the mastery of learning summative, in multiple ways of doing it is necessary. Thus, 2 courses about assessment are included in the new teacher curricula for all the degree programs. These are the assessment in Teaching 1 and the assessment in Teaching 2. The traditional assessment theories, principles, and tools are taken in assessment in Teaching 1, and authentic and technology-aided assessment is taken in the course in assessment in Teaching 2. And for the next, in the new teacher education curricula, the desired learning outcomes, the contents, the teaching delivery mode, and the assessment should be constructively aligned and interacting as in the figure below. In Curriculum P, planning includes the formulation of the desired outcomes for course or lesson. Then this should be aligned with appropriate content and methods in the I, implementation, and finally E, evaluation, which will determine whether the desired outcomes have been delivered. And that would be all. Thank you for listening.